Okay, today I'm going to explain you how to fill a child passport form in Australia. So in this form, like we start from beginning. In this one, like in the beginning, we need to read this both pages from the beginning. And it's clearly written on this one, use black ink pen. So use the ballpoint pen so that, in black ink only. So that help you to not to go back and refill another form. So a lot of people do sometime mistakes, so better to follow the form, read the first two pages and then start from here. And on this part, first is the child's name. This is Australian child passport form. So the child name is first name, family name will go here. So like if it is Smith, so Smith here, each box for one letter. And given name you can go for, if given name is Adam, you can go for Adam out here. The child detail, birth detail. So this one you need to fill from their birth certificate. So whatever is written on the birth certificate, the passport office and our post office, they will check against their birth certificate. So male, so you can cross or you can write M, or female you can cross or write F, that one. And a place of birth, and there you need to write the place of birth, not the state, not the some people write if they're born in Kennington, they write Perth on there. Now there should be the name of suburb. So if they're born in Kennington, if they're born in Armdale Hospital, so they should write Armdale out here. And on country is of course Australia, and date of birth out there. And then registration number, you write from the birth certificate, is usually on the right corner, and that's come with some numbers, start with the zeros and then number, and then in between numbers sometime /, you can put the slash out here, any year 2021, something like that. Whatever is written on the right side corner, that registration number, not the certificate number. So, and then state, family name shown on a birth certificate, given name, and people write their birth date on this one. It should be written the registration of birth date and when the birth certificate was issued. So that is usually on the bottom of the certificate. And then you need to prove that child is Australian. So there are few options. So first start from first one, so then go for next one. If you don't have first one, then go for next one, and then try next one, then try next one. So some people, child Australian old passport, if they don't have, leave that. Parent Australian birth certificate, if they're born before 1986, 20th of August, so then cross this one. If the parent Australian passport can be used, but should be issued before to the child birth as well. And the parent Australian citizenship certificate as well has to be issued before to the birth of the child. You can cross whichever the certificate you have, you use that one to prove child is Australian. You can't if you are permanent resident of Australia, you can't use that. Even child is automatically or technically Australian citizen, so but you can't use that one as a certificate to prove that the child is Australian. So then you need to apply for child their own personal citizenship certificate. And then the child have Australians. If the child has their own citizenship certificate, then write the detail of certificate out here. Name change, if the child has, if you change the name of child, then you need to fill this one, otherwise leave it blank. Go for next page. Family name of the parents, one of the parents at the time of their birth. So what was your name at the time of your birth? Like parents' name at birth, not the child's name, family name. Okay, and then usually if you write father's last name, that work for all. And child passport is usually for 5 years. And then telephone number and address, email after writing your first part, after at start at the bottom. So in emergency contact, you can give your number, or either you can give your relative's number as well, and details as well. Then address, your address, you need a proof of your address. You can use your driving license or your bank statement or a bill for this one. And then child ever has been issued a passport. If yes, write the detail. Otherwise, no, and leave it blank. And replacing the child lost stolen passport, no, so no, yes, so they give the details. And this is the very important part. So grantor shouldn't be your relative, not living on the same address. And you need to check this one. All the details should be same. So if you are filling the passport detail and this detail, so that should match with the each other. So you can't miss the last name, you can't miss the middle name. And you're not usually allowed to change these details because that's grantor part. So if the child is less than 1 month old, you can write 1 month minimum. And if the child is over 1 month, you can write 1 or 2, like it should, you can't go over the age of the child. If the child is less than 1 month, you can write 1 month because there is no option of days. But if the child is over 1 month, you can't write 2 months because that would be against the law. And you need to write then 1 month only. If the child is 1 year and 1 month old, so better to go for 1 year, leave one blank because this one 00 either, so better so not to go for like keep yourself in a safe side. And child name and grantor signature should be inside the box. And the date of sign, mostly people write their date of birth out here, so be careful about that. And preferred contact number, it can be landline or the mobile number as well. And on this one, the detail of both parents, anyone can become the first parent or the second parent out of both parents. And if they ever had issued the the passport, so they give the details out here and on this one here. And if your name change, so this one is what is your current name and what is your child, what is the name on the child birth certificate. So if your current name is a different than to your old name or the birth certificate name, so then you need to give a proof of your name change certificate or either marriage certificate to prove that you are changing your name. Or if you're going to back to your original name or old name, so you can go do so as well. So then you don't need a proof, but you need to bring all the ID to show that. And on this one can be this is for a declaration, and then this can be witnessed by anyone. It shouldn't be known by anyone. Like you can go to the pharmacist as well, or your neighbor, or can be anyone, like even they don't know you, but they need a detail like you have signed in front of them to prove that you both are agreed to go for the child passport, and the name of witness and their contact number, because passport office is going to be contact them to check that is everything is okay and they sign in front of you or not. And on this one, the guarantors also shouldn't be your relative and it shouldn't be living on the same address as well. And if the child is over 10-year-old, So they need to sign here. There are two boxes. If the sign has to be inside the box, if they don't sign inside the box, there is a second chance to do that as well. If the child is under 10-year-old, you can cross, and if they still the child want to sign, they can still do sign out here. So, but it's not necessary to do the signature if the child is under 10-year-old. And then you need to sign. One of the parent need to sign here. So it can be any parent, any legal parent, and they need to sign, and they need to write the date of declaration and across one of the if you are parent 1, you go for parent 1. If you are parent 2 in a list, so you go for parent 2, and your full name out here. So that's all done for today. Any question, you can contact me or leave the buzz on my channel. Thank you very much.